What up, what up, what up? What's good, y'all? We here. I want to talk about two of the biggest battles pretty much on the horizon a little bit. Let's have a little bit of fun today. Those are obvious to everybody, right? Hitman Holla versus Loaded Lux, Sue Surf versus Murda Mook. And that makes a lot of sense because you can argue that those are the four biggest names in the culture, right? Of course, we have additional names out there that make a lot of noise when they're on the scene, but everybody will pretty much argue those four guys from a legacy standpoint, from an impact standpoint, from numbers, from all the reach and everything that they put into the culture, from those four guys right there. And to have those two battles broken amongst those four, if we can get those over the next 8 months, 12 months, from now through the rest of the year and into 2027, and them happening at different times, like maybe with like 3 months between each one, something like that, boy. But let's chop a little bit. Let's start briefly with Hitman and Holla. When I get into the Mook and the Surf, I want to talk about the Surf clip talking with Verb about if he wants the battle to happen. I want to pull up the clip of Beasley talking about the battle Surf and Mook. I want to play some old clips of Surf talking about Mook. And I got a tweet from Mook that I also want to pull up here, right? But as it pertains to where we're going to start, Holla and Lux, everybody make sure y'all follow me on social media. You guys will already be subscribed, hopefully, to both channels as well, right? The RBE channel, the Rare Breed Entertainment channel, as well as the Sorry It's True podcast channel. Link in the description of every video for the second channel, or just go into YouTube and type in Sorry It's True podcast. All right. That's where we do our celebrity news and a lot of our legal breakdowns, a lot of our legal paperwork, a lot of our investigation into the crime world. We have a lot of fun over there. All right. But we battle rap right now for this video. So let's do it. Have y'all been on my Instagram or my Twitter? I put a clip up yesterday, right? Running around Harlem looking for somebody.
Renaissance Hotel, right next to the Beloved.
Let me refresh this. Hold on. Let me pause it. I don't want to miss any of the audio for y'all. Here y'all go.
Lux, we are at the Renaissance Hotel, right next to the Beloved. Apollo, man. I normally come uptown to shop, but I'm here looking for you, man. I thought we were supposed to meet for this contract signing. You're ducking. Now I know you scared. I know you scared. Tell where you at? Everybody know Loaded Lux? You know Loaded Lux, my man? Where is he? You looking for him? Where's he at? I'm going back to Staten Island, man. Fuck out of here. Loaded Lux.
Going back to Staten Island. After I finish both topics, as a matter of fact, I'll give y'all, if anybody wants to hang around, a little bit of talk about the Jay-Z concert. Speaking of running all around and whatnot, and everybody being all outside and how crazy and lit it was in New York this whole weekend. Okay. But yeah, speaking of Jay, do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it? Why would I say that right now after playing that video? I see a lot of comments in this video on Twitter as well. I see people saying, damn, ARP, that's messed up that Loaded Lux would duck this contract signing, man. Battle rap is going to trash. I see some of that. I see, damn, ARP, you clout chasing, man. Why you on Loaded Lux heels like this? I saw that. I see, damn, Loaded Lux, man, you whack for ducking ARP's contract signing meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like link up with him, man. We want to see the battle. Got some of that out there. I see some comments saying this is all promo. I see that too. Actually, the last video that I uploaded, that was a topic, not a battle rap clip or nothing like that, but a topic. In the title itself, it says, "Is this promo?" And there's like a question mark, isn't it? It's totally fine if of like those examples and all those different types of comments and all those different types of fans' perspectives and minds out there in Twitter or Instagram world. It's fine if you land in either bucket. But for me, it's fun to see what type of person lands in which type of bucket. Do you fools listen to, or do you just, let's say hypothetically it was promo, and I'm not saying that right now. I'm not giving you guys the answer. Right. Maybe I was totally ducked and disrespected this day right here in this clip right here. Maybe I was. Right. But if it was promo, maybe this would then be one of the best promo clips that I've seen in a while, as far as watching engagement and fan dust up and all the bloggers hit my damn line and people calling me 8 o'clock in the morning, talk about, yo, is that real? Yo, what's go? Oh, so maybe you guys need to step the game up. I've been on the front lines in front of the cameras for over 11, almost 12 years. Well, if you minus RBE, even before that, talking about battle rap, letting the fans get the engagement of what's going on, whether it's promo or it's real. You know what I'm saying? It could be some irony here, or Loaded Lux, you might owe me a meeting. I don't know. You guys figure it out. Do you listen to. But anyway, y'all keep following me on social media, okay? Hitman Holla versus Loaded Lux. I'm glad to see all the energy around it. I think the songs that they did, the engagement that they did, the interviews, the spaces, the lives that those two guys have done, the bloggers, Murda Mook, with the whole cheerleading thing, it's all adding. It's all, you know what I'm saying? And I think the culture is really, really pushing it to happen. And in my last video, I talked about some of the places where I feel like, or some of the options that I feel like are very, very strong. I told y'all I'd be willing to full circle it, or I'd be willing to sponsor it on Bags and Bodies. I've remained to that. I've said that multiple times on multiple videos on this channel. I said that on 3 Letterman's interview. I'm saying it again here. I'd be willing to full circle it or sponsor it on Bags and Bodies. Okay. I don't know how many times I got to say that. All the max out for there's no max out coming, y'all. Y'all don't listen to me, but I'm honored and humbled that y'all don't want to listen to me on that shit. Like, yo, shut the fuck up. You out of retirement, max out for. Let's go way off. Like, I love y'all for that. I do, but there's just certain things y'all have never listened to me about, and I get it. It's the work that was put in, so that's actually an honor. Real talk. All irony, jokes, and sarcasm aside, that's an honor. Okay. I'm willing to full circle it, or I'm willing to sponsor it. I also told y'all that another person that can make it happen even on his own is Hitman. All right. I think if those two guys collaborate in a certain way, and he already has a platform in a league, Bags and Bodies, right? They can get that done. They can. I would speculate before, but maybe there's a reason why now I can tell you guys publicly, even those two guys on their own can get it done. Okay. And there's other entities as well. When you see dust up like this, or even if you see people like me get too active, you got other people that they turn real fast too, right? You guys remember the history of battle rap, right? Do you fools listen to music, or do you just skim through it? So me dropping that one there, who else starts to then pay attention when you got the ARPs of the world outside? Even the easy to block captains will be in interviews and say, man, even though me and ARP don't get along, I ain't gonna lie, him being here creates that. Do you fools listen to music, or do you just skim through it? Do you know what I'm talking about? No? If you're not there, then you're not there. If you up here, your mind clicks and you know your history, and you're keeping up with even the little gems that I drop and the little subliminals and the little messaging, then you know. I even am telling you of all the pieces that start to move around battles like this when there's a potential, and that's a good thing. Credit to Holla and Lux. Okay, so I think the probability of that battle happening continues to move up the scale. All right. All right. Let's move on from that. Let's get into Surf versus Murda Mook. I'm probably gonna let Surf and Mook be the title of this, because the Holla and the Lux piece really was just about all the dust up around my Instagram, which is the intention. If you got people out there right now promoting battles, they wish that people in their matches would create some dust up. You know what I'm saying? The retired league going to now create a little bit of chatter, huh? All right, let's go. Murda Mook versus Sue Surf. So we're gonna play a clip on Battle Rap Dose. Shout out to Battle Rap Dose of Surf, and I believe in a space talking about like if he needs the battle to happen. He's talking away from it to a degree, slightly. I'm even going to introduce a concept of talking away from something, even when we get to the Beasley piece. And I'm not trying to say that means that they're not trying to make the battle happen or don't want to make the battle happen. I really want to put a spotlight on PR, public relations, the things that are said on camera and in these spaces and on Twitter when certain things are becoming problematic. Okay. disclaimer, people. I want to see the battle just like everybody else. Okay, let's make sure we have that here in the early pieces. But regardless of what Surf says, as it would relate to me saying we're going to visit a concept of speaking away, we've seen the Surfs of the world speak very towards Mook before he sat down for, I think Surf was away for 3 years, right? And the reason why I wanted to catch that amount of years is because it's going to be relevant to how recent it was when he was interviewing or on camera talking about the Murda Mook battle, right? Now, I'm not always right about things, but when I see things on the internet and I'm talking about the past and the present, I connect dots, and I suggest everybody attempt to do the same. All right. Doesn't mean that you're always right, but at least you're informed. All right. And if there's hypocrisy out there, there's hypocrisy out there. If there's right, if there's wrong out there, at least you can see it. So this video right here, this was the first one I want to bring up. This was 5 years ago. All right. It says Murda Mook and Sue Surf. What Mook want to do is in quotes here after Drake announcing he will pay for them to battle. I remember all the talk and controversy. That's when Drake came to the card or put some money up. The Mook audio and Drake audio from their DM or their IG voice notes was put out and leaked for the culture. All the fuss around some of even the Mook and the Briz thing in the public's eye was tough because the Drake money was supposed to make every battle that we want to see happen, right? And again, it's Drake money, right? But then what comes out to the public is all these different types of pocket chatter. But let's hear from these guys themselves. And I want to key in on what Surf was saying mostly here because, you know, Surf is big boying Mook right now, current day. But in this particular video right here, you know, he was playing second fiddle just like Easy did to him in his spaces. Right now, times will change. You know, I'll save that piece about times change and evolution and people's come up because that's going to be a piece that's going to be fair to Surf. So I'll save it.
What? Drake said he got money for, you know, for that rapping. Y'all both for Summer Madness? Oh, he said 500,000, so 250 each.
I thought he said. That's what I thought he said.
So what we doing? Y'all both for Summer Madness?
We know we doing whatever we want to do.
Okay.
Drake said this 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Now we going. Wait, did they announce what you call it just now? Summer Madness?
Yeah, him and Drake. Yeah.
Oh, so they. All right, so
yeah.
That's it. He need to do what he do and read. I'll handle John like I'm gonna do, and then holler at me. That's it.
It can happen by the end of the year type shit.
Come on, man. We ain't rocket scientists. We know. Come on, 1 + 1 is 2. Tell your man to handle Reed. I'm gonna do what I got it. That's like
you said. Tell your man to handle like you don't have trouble. Like you're not gonna have trouble with John.
It's Mook. It's Reed.
Okay.
Yo, you saying like John?
That's what I'm saying. Like you saying like John Light.
Been chasing me for years.
That mean you should kind of.
Kids, Mook.
John got shit though.
Those kids, Mook. Those kids.
Ironically, even though Surf has way more battles than Mook, if somebody asks you right now, what's the probability of one's A game showing up to stage, they probably put that bet on Mook. Ironically, in the matches that they're talking about right here that leads up to things, if I remember correctly, Surf cleared John, and Mook and Reed shit the bed as one of the worst big main events ever. You know, no bullshit, right? So it's funny what they're saying to each other here and then how the battles actually turned out, but
I heard you know. Listen, I ain't got a fake for no camera, big bro.
No,
I talk to this nigga a lot.
I talk to him a lot.
I talk to this nigga a lot. Ask this nigga for advice a lot. I talk more shit.
Stay like that. You know, I ain't got front for no camera. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a real ass nigga. That's not happening, sir. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I said that? No, y'all keep it up.
To him, not talk to anybody.
That's
because
real.
of the level of respect I got for him. But you know, you gotta see me. I mean, see him soon. You feel me? I don't know how easy this ride to be. You know, you pause or whatever.
So this is what we saying.
Yeah.
And see, like Mook is like catching up with what Surf is putting on the table right now. I mean, he says this is what we saying, and they're shaking hands.
You handle your business, right?
And you handle your business. All right. I see you later.
If you got.
Okay, shout out to Rep Man. All right, let's bring up a second clip related to that. Let's hear what Surf is talking about here. This one is how long ago? Oh, this is a re-up. I think the original video of this is within the last 5 years. I'm just going to guess because once again, of that, I believe Surf was down for about 3 of those, right? So this is a re-up. That's why it was 2 months ago reposted. But Sue Surf tells Murda Mook, you got to run me my fade. Throwback. Okay, let's go.
That's a loss for both. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, Mook owed me a fade, you know what I mean? Type shit like that. It's like, I don't know how many more motherfuckers I got to beat before. And he was like, all right, cool, freeze the culture. Mook and Surf got to happen.
Right.
Like, my thing is like, even if like, you guys, all my homies is over here. Like, a few of my homies is 10 times bigger than me. Some of these niggas have beat me up because I don't deny fades. You can't deny fade where I'm from. That's not how it. We gotta run it. Cool, let's run the backyard, cuz. Mook know he can't beat me. Come on, come out here, come past that torch real quick. Let me beat you up, and then you still big bro.
Right.
There's a lot of Mook's anatomy pause in me. You know what I'm saying? I got no problem telling niggas that. I sit there. I ask my father for $12. I go to the chicken shack. I buy Mook. I buy the DVD because Murda Mook rapping facts. He got a piece of building this shit. Like as far as Loaded Lux too. You feel me? But it's like he gotta run me mine.
Right.
I mean, if you gonna lose, cool, lose. But all right, that's little bro. He went crazy.
So what's the holdup? Because y'all would set the battle at one point.
I feel like for a minute the brand was protecting Mook, and I feel like he's done so much, a couple weird things to where they're not protecting him no more. That's how I feel though. I didn't hear that from nobody, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
That is so off topic, right? I'm gonna reach right there. Surf said, I feel like it didn't happen in the past because they was protecting him, the brand a little, like URL a little bit, and then he's done a couple things, and now they're not protecting him no more. But I'm saying that's my opinion. I'm not saying that nobody has told me that. Like, why even add that piece there and say you got to pay attention to Surf? He's very smart, he's very clever, he's very manipulative, and he speaks very fast. All right. But even a whole, he's done a couple things, they're not protecting him no more. But you know how when you hit to somebody, you suggest, and you be like, yo, I mean, I saw your girl in the club. Or niggas is saying they saw your girl in the club, but you ain't hear that from me. That nigga said, that's my opinion. You know, nobody told, like, why add the piece of nobody told me that? Like, if y'all keep it up, you know what I believe he's suggesting right there. This is like Mook is looked at, like, let's say, allegedly URL as one of their golden child, you know, like he's, you know, the logo of battle rap, and he's coming up in battle rap, and it goes from the DVD era and then into the on stage era, and then you get to the Iron Asylum battle, and they, you know, they have their money differences, they go away or whatever. But the return, where does Mook return? Now they're not protect the war. I didn't hear that from nobody else, but this is crazy. All right, let's get back to this. Let's go, Surf.
And I feel like for a minute they was like kind of protecting him from just like if Mook and Drake collabs out the Drake, if Mook and Drake collab on building the card, how do it turn into Surf and Calico and Mook and who was he battling the first time?
Bridge. First one it was supposed to be Bridge.
Right, cool, I respect that. Get that out the way. You know what I mean? Type shit. But like, you know what I mean? That's cool. Get that out the way. But how does the double back go to
Easy?
You feel me? Type shit. And I said like I want Easy. Like once they called Easy, I was the first person Easy called asking. Like, yo, what's up? What to do? What you done? Take them. You're gonna hurt them.
Okay. Now back to the point that I was making when I say the concept of speaking towards versus speaking away. Everything that we just played right there is speaking towards the battle. Cameras cut on, we're in front of fans. All right. The message that we put out will either do one of three things. It'll make the fans leave what we say on camera in a position of, oh, it's up, i.e. going towards, it's happening, it's right around the corner, right? That's the first thing that we're going to leave fans with. The second one is in the middle. For example, if we suggest potential delays, you know, like, oh, but there's a lot of stuff going on, and you know, we got to sort through some things, etc. That's suggesting and leaving the fans, the viewers, in a spot of a potential delay. That's like making sure that the fans don't try to put you in a spot to rush you. It's like I'm putting out messaging that makes you be more calm about it. Like don't try to be like, yo, ARP, where is it? You asked me yesterday, you asked me again today, you're gonna ask me again tomorrow. I just told you there's a couple other things we got to put in place first. So that's slowing things down. All right, that's the middle. The last one is totally speaking in the opposite direction. And if you're being real transparent there, you'll say some shit like, nah, it's not happening. I'm not interested in it. Somebody else got to do it. Right? I've done that a million times, right? So you're trying to leave the fans in one of those three places. So those two videos that we just played is Surf great and Mook greatly speaking towards the matchup. You know, even calling out other things that's happening before, like when he says, "Bridge, all right, cool, get that out the way." But how does this happen? Surf and Calico, this is greatly speaking towards. Now, when we come current day, let's talk about the other two options now of what you want to leave fans with, speaking in a way of delays or speaking in the opposite direction. Let's hear what Surf is saying now when he's asked about the battle, or now when he's addressing him and Mook.
He'll be running back in. Like I never saw nothing ever.
Yo,
You back? You better?
hey, I'm back and I'm better.
Hey, now let's get back to what I said. I said, you can't move though. Right?
Can we have an honest, real conversation?
Absolutely, brother.
This is a genuine question. I can understand the Surf saving the culture stuff and all that stuff like that. But let's just talk for a real second. Let's just ask ourselves, do Surf really need Mook, or do Mook need Surf? Like, let's just think about this. If Surf was to beat shit out of Murda Mook, where does that put him in the grand scheme of things? Because we all could establish that Surf is a little bigger than battle rap. Humbly, having music and other things going on. If Surf was to beat Mook, clearly, that does nothing. That doesn't move me up in the pedestal of the world of battle rap.
That's a lie.
It does my deal that
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That is a fucking lie.
Okay.
We is not finna sit up here, and you know damn well you beating Murda Mook would definitely be another gold star on the jacket, nigga. Come on, like, hey, cut that shit out.
See, but it shows you. It shows. Can you hear me or no?
Okay.
Can you hear me? It shows you mindset and what's goals for y'all, right? They offering me 1.5 million to re-sign on my distro deal. Battle Mook, I'm battling label. Like what? Like see.
What's
when you got, hold on. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. If I feel like I get more, but that's
He said to sign it then.
When you have small goals, you try to accomplish small shit. Beating Murda Mook does, and that doesn't mean I'm not gonna battle them. What I'm saying is, me going in there and beat him, what's gonna happen? They're gonna talk about it on the spaces. I'm gonna get a couple tweets. The label, that offer ain't gonna change. My feature prices ain't gonna change. My merch ain't gonna. I need bigger accomplishments. It's just me personal. Just me personally.
No,
it's not a big. In a battle rap world, it's a big fish for sure. But that's only to the niggas that's chasing, that want to be better than Murda Mook.
No. You from our room. You know if you gonna compete, we competing. Right? No, because if somebody beats you, don't. Yeah, but hold on. No. You from our locker room. If it's up, if we trying to compete, we compete. That's all that is. You know damn well you gonna go in there and be on 200 versus niggas. You ain't gonna make a mistake. Yeah, so it's a real thing.
But you asked me if I don't need Mook. Like
no, I ain't never.
Yeah, I don't need to beat Mook. Mook might need to beat me. I don't need to beat Mook. I might be the Mook of this generation, respectfully. Why?
Let me ask this question in the middle of that. Is that a narrative out there? Drop a comment below. Let me know, or everybody on the channel. Has Surf been getting bombarded with a bunch of talk that would make him want to address that of you need Mook? Because if so, then I could rest my case and I'll give that to Surf in regards to him jumping on a space and saying, I don't need Mook, and talking about a record deal and talking about the grand scheme of things and him having bigger visions as far as like what he needs to do for his own career and his own impact, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right. Is that a big I missed it. Is that a big narrative right now in battle rap? Surf needs Mook. Because what I've seen thus far is the top two most popular people as far as moving the needle for the bloggers, for engagement, for the culture steering in one direction or the other. It's been Surf and Hitman. It's been Surf and Hitman. Niggas do videos if there's a Sue Surf sighting picture. Like, this is what he looks like. Like, I'm cool on that. But, you know, it's like, it's fucking Sue Surf. It's the same guy. You're either going to be smaller or bigger when you come home. You know what I'm saying? And Holla throughout all the shit, Jazz, Swamp, Mook, Lux, J Mills, and Controversy, jumping in spaces and him going off and having back and forth with certain people right now. Like that, these are the two people that's moving the needle news-wise, culture-wise, viewership-wise, impact-wise, demand-wise. Surf, we want this. Holla, we want this. Right? Is it really people on Surf's heels saying you need Mook? I don't see that right now.
But I have to beat Mook if I'm in style. But I was bigger than niggas in jail. My songs do more in jail. My interviews do more in jail. Why would I have to be bigger than somebody that I'm bigger than?
You're right.
On all aspects, on all platforms.
Yeah, but we didn't.
You can't find a platform. You can't find a platform. Like, yeah, so I'm saying, why does it have to happen? That's what I'm asking. Why does it have to happen? Not saying not.
We didn't never say we never said.
Saying him asking the question, why does it have to happen? You see what I meant about those three directions that people, when they get on camera, they're gonna go in. It's the I'm gonna say things to make it say it's up, stay in the middle and delays, and the other one is to go away, fully go away, right? asking a question around such a big battle that's like Surf, who we kidding? Mook and Surf is extreme demand right now from the entire culture. It's top 1 or 2 or 3 that the entire battle rap culture wants to see. Why would anybody get in a space or a tweet or on camera and say, why does it need to happen? And then try to correlate in a totally different narrative of one's legacy or position or success in the world. For example, like when he talks about his record deal and he's about to sign 1.5, and the verbs are sign it then. Right. What does that have to do with how big and how demanded, and especially Verb is right when he says you're from our locker room, you come from battle rap. Why would you? It is a almost puzzling question. Like, what do you mean? Why would you ask that question? You know, this is Mook and Surf. No? And we just played the 2 videos before that of how Surf was talking prior. He was talking towards him, and he was also talking from being underneath Mook in stature wise. Like, that's big bro, I'm little bro. If I lose, cool, little bro got beat up. And he makes a reference to that. I got my homies with me. Some of them beat me up before because they bigger than me. This is what Surf was saying. Right? This is why I like to play the videos. So it's not like ARP is just making this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, Surf, you are a good, put Surf in the driver's seat of a lot of things. He's good at steering. You get it? Real shit. That's why I fuck with him. He's a clever motherfucker, man.
It had to happen. What we said was, could you do it?
That's that's a great question.
Everybody gonna have something, some kind of number moving.
That's a great question, Gorgeous. That's a great question. I mean, Mook can't really keep us. Listen, I think we seen the interview where Mook said, fuck, how much energy he got now, hang around with Loaded Lux and shit like that. Mook said out his mouth, are y'all, you know, a drunk man tells no lies. Mook was standing there with his cup in his hand with that camera in front of him and said, y'all will be crazy if I battle Sue Surf his first battle out. You heard it yourself. Oh, these niggas stupid. But you have a good day. God is calling me, man.
That's funny. You have a good day. That's a dope closer to rush your ass off of space. God is calling me. I'm out. But no, Mook did say that, and Mook got backlash for that. And thank God he saw that, and he said, all right, I can't say that I'm scared to battle Surf on his come home anymore. And then I also got to realize that, wait, it is a big battle, and it is a potential huge check, one of the biggest ones that I may have made during my battle rap tenor. Let me start speaking towards. He woke up. He's speaking towards. No, actually, I was wrong. Give me that match. So Mook switched up the right way. Okay, but Surf was making a point about that. Is right, but that's not where Mook is now, right? Let's see where Mook is now. Mook is right here, right now. This tweet is, I'm just going to use what y'all people say. That's all. This tweet is July 12th, 2026. We are here recording this video at 5:30 in the morning on July 13th, people. Okay, this was yesterday. Murda Mook puts, niggas said, leave me alone. Nobody was bothering you. You holding the battle up because you think you worth more than you are. So he's subbing behind the scenes, it potentially being approached, but money being an issue. That's Mook's tweet right here. Is he talking to somebody? Is he talking about Lux? Is he outing his brother for holding up the bat? He's not talking to Holla here because he don't talk to Holla, right? And there's no money hold up discussions right now between Lux and Holla. This is not for Holla and Lux, and he wouldn't do that to his brother. This is for Surf. All right, like, why do I even have to like break that down? Like, in case an idiot watches this, be like, how do we know he's talking to Surf? Like, I get it. Do you fools listen to music, or do you just? We do got idiots out there, so I gotta fucking put out the idiot explanation too. Like, this is for Surf. All right. This is like the same day, the day that Surf clip comes out of Surf saying, "Why do I need to? I don't need him." Etc., etc., etc. I can go do music. And Mook puts this out. You're holding the battle up. This is what I mean about the difference between behind the scenes versus people speaking towards, like it's up, it's people speaking in the middle for a delay, or people speaking totally away from. It ain't happening. Or no, I'm cool on it, or I don't know if I'm as interested in it as I used to be. Those three messages. And now, if we pull up an extreme politician, somebody that is very, very well versed on trying to pick one of those 3 lanes to go in when he speaks in front of fans, somebody that can be in play for the actual battle. Surf versus Mook, right? Beasley. Let's see what he says.
We always find a way to get things done. You know, of course, this is what they're requesting. As far as what's actually going to happen, I don't know. You know, only time will tell. I mean, Surf, I have spoken to him, and he does want to battle again, but he's actually focused on his music right now, and that's what's that's like what he's working on the most, and that's where his primary focus is on his project. He's almost done with his project, so I've been speaking to him about that. Of course, you know, the battle between him and Murda Mook is the one that people want to see, and that's something that we're actively working towards. But right now, his focus is on his music. I've spoken with Mook as well. And I know Mook is working on a couple of projects also, but of course, you know, once they had that time to engage and speak, you know, the culture's excited. But that's something that I see happening probably towards the end of the year.
Okay.
Next year.
Fire.
You know what I mean? It's still going to take some time to work out all the details, but that's not going to be like within the next couple of weeks, because a battle of that magnitude takes a lot of there's a lot of moving parts that that we need to go through in order to put something together that you know it's going to be that big for the culture.
Yeah.
Cut the shit. Mr. Enigma, me, ARP, Mr. Neo. A lot of moving parts. Ain't no fucking moving parts, people. Actually, I take that back. You want to know when it be like, this is my opinion. When it be, matter of fact, let me stay like what Surf say. Nobody told me this. This is just how I perceive. We pull a Surf. Yo, you know what a lot of moving parts is? A battle happening or not happening of that magnitude weighs heavily, obviously. It was a narrative before. Can it happen if Surf wants 250 and Mook wants 200 or what? We already went through this narrative a month and a half ago, right? It's the same shit now. It's Mook's tweet from yesterday, right? When he puts, you holding the battle up, asking for money. Now, I'm not saying that I have that full confirmation on Surf's side, but Mook just tweeted that. And then I see Beasley saying moving parts. What's moving parts for a battle of that magnitude, people? If the money is ready to go, even if Surf is concentrating on music right now, Beasley also said a battle like that maybe potentially towards the end of the year or maybe early 2027. Okay. So if Surf is in the midst of finishing his project, because he got his $1.5 million deal right now to secure and turn a project over for whatever the case may, like in Verb's voice, sign it, motherfucker. I would co-sign signing that too, because you're not getting 1.5 to battle Mook. Sign that shit, deliver on what you need to deliver on, right? But the bag, if it was ready, you wouldn't have multiple moving parts stated by Beasley. You can sign that contract, you could have it done, right? And then you could even pre-promote. Instead of speaking in the middle or speaking, you see how I linked this shit together, y'all? Instead of speaking in the middle or speaking potentially away, like damn near what Surf was doing, and Beasley speaking in the middle, you could do the first option of speaking towards. And you don't have to say, it's locked in if you want to hold some surprise. You could just say things like, come on, man, y'all already know this is URL. You know what we do. You know what I mean? Like, it's happening. I don't know when, but even that is better than that gray that they're leaving, because there's Mook tweet happening in the background, issues, problems. Okay. It comes down to money. It comes down to Mook's tweet 90% of the time. 90% of the time. Moving pieces. If I have the deposits and the contracts and the business agreed upon between two parties, sign it, and we're done. There's no other moving parts. You know what moving parts would be? How many other people I need to get in play to help me finance this battle? There you guys have it, allegedly. Okay. And I don't expect somebody in Beasley's position to say that. His job is to speak like a politician. His job is to speak in a way that's customer friendly. His job is to speak in a way to keep the box open, not go too far to the first one, too far to the. That's his job. Surf his job is to do that to a degree. His job is to protect himself. So he speaks in his narrative. Who cares about me battling Mook, right? Does that really do anything? He got to take his narrative to protect himself. All right. So in Surf's defense, though, if we were all going with Surf's narrative there of like almost dumbing down how important it is, or like does it really need to happen, or does it matter in the grand scheme of things because of music, etc. If we were to go with Surf's narrative, I would actually defend Surf on that. I would, because today, right now, at this very moment, Surf's popularity is stronger than Murda Mook's. Right, just right now in this moment, his popularity. I don't know about legacy wise when you correlate it directly to battle rap. As far as music and maybe a little bit outside of, Surf is probably ahead of Mook, right? And in battle rap right now at this moment, Surf is definitely ahead of Mook. But if battle rap stopped today, and if you never heard from those two guys ever again, and you went into these different pockets of age groups and over time and 10, 15, 20 years from now, Mook's name might carry more than Surf's. He's just done more from a beginning to end. And the older heads that was from the inception of battle rap that carried the golden years, they identify with Murda Mook, you know, and he's battled, even though he hasn't battled as much as Surf. But anyway, if we was to go once again with Surf's narrative, right, of how important is it, and if I really believed in that, and I felt like that's the main thing about the matchup, what Surf is saying in that space, I would actually side with Surf. I would say absolutely. If you have this type of opportunity for music in front of you, and he is one of the, if not arguably the best to do music from the battle rap space, and he looks like he's gotten the closest to, you know, having a deal and actually being a star, or having like a good chance in the music industry, I think it is Surf. I think it is him from the battle rap space. Then yeah. And here's the second thing I would use to defend Surf there. I would say the little homie doesn't always remain the little homie. You know, times change. You know, like you got an OG that you look up to. I'm not saying that Surf looked up to Mook as an OG, despite his own words in some of the interviews, but I'm just using a regular example. You look up to, you feel like I want to follow in some of those footsteps. I want to model myself out of some of the stuff that person practices. He's older than me. He's done things before me. He's achieved things before me. I could learn things from him. I have learned things from him, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then that person starts doing opposite of all the things that you was just like, oh, wow, that's what I'm shooting for. Or it looks like that person. You see how when Surf even says funny little small slick things, like he's sitting there drunk with a cup in his hand, and he's taking shots at Mookie. You look at him in certain regards now, and maybe you feel like you ain't me, you ain't where I'm at, you don't carry what I carry. Off beat, on beat, like on stage, off stage. I've passed you in many different avenues. Maybe he feels from a character standpoint, a music standpoint, a battle rap standpoint, a social media standpoint, everything. Like, and it's not. It's okay if LeBron passes Julius Erving. You know what I'm saying? It's okay if that happens, but you didn't stay Julius Erving the whole, or you didn't stay Magic Johnson this whole time, even though I surpassed you in how we rank the GOATs. You've kind of fell off in certain areas. And what I see from the outside looking in, I don't want to be that anymore. You know, this is where I would defend Surf. This is where I would in that, you know, where he would say, like, why do I need that? Like changing it. You're not I don't see that OG no more. That's fine. And I think that could be a whole angle. You know, just like the GOAT is supposed to look like the GOAT in many avenues of just not just the first most popular one, or the first battle that you may have seen. You know, you want to see the GOAT remain the GOAT. And like MJ and LeBron, we talking a little bit, people. MJ and LeBron. One of the GOAT angles for MJ is he's never lost in the finals, and how many rings he has. Now we know Bill has more rings than him, right? But there's certain elements of MJ's career that we take over Bill Russell's career. That's why Bill Russell is never put in the top 3. Well, I shouldn't say never. He's never put in the top 2. Okay. It's always like MJ and LeBron. Okay. Unless you're talking to fucking Nick Wright. And he put then it's going to be MJ like number 3. Right? But he's an outside. Well, not outside. He's an extreme one-off. Okay. When you look at LeBron versus, like, let's say a Magic or a Bird or a Julius, people that have come before him, those people, that's still Bird, that's still Magic, that's still, you know, Surf is looking at Mook a little bit and saying, you're not even still Jordan-esque to me in any attribute that I would want for my success and for my progression. You know, I'm not saying Mook fell off, but it's not looking like MJ in retirement or MJ still or LeBron still active. You know, you got the Reed battle, you got the Big K battle. Um, you got things that we're seeing off stage, like that World Star video, things that Holla brought to the third round, like the paperwork, and you start hearing about certain negotiation and price, and it's just like you just not the man like that to me no more. And I feel like I'm the man. I feel like I'm getting the record deals. I feel like I'm getting offered the biggest checks. I feel like URL treats me like I'm the logo now. Times change. Times change, and Mook has not remained Jordan-esque in Surf's eyes. That would be my defense to him, as far as him changing what he said in those videos that we said or we showed prior. But outside of that, it really would be the speaking towards, the speaking in the middle to impose on the fans like delays, and the speaking away from type of concepts. One of the three. Okay. And you could see which ones all three of those parties are doing, from Mook's tweet to Surf Space to Beasley's interview. Okay. Let's put it all together. That's what we do around here. All right. 41 minutes in. That was a fun topic. That's what I do when I podcast, people. Yes, I can make those same points in 3 minutes, but what's the point of doing content if I'm only going to get up here for 2 minutes? All right. Damn, ARP's that's the point of podcasting. And I can carry a conversation. So, try to give me a little like for that, a little love for that, people. Relax. Last but not least, I'll tell y'all real quick before I get up out of here. I'm about to hit this gym. The Jay concert was incredible. I didn't see the Friday joint. I didn't see when he brought out Beyonce and Nas. But I was there for day 2, which was the Blueprint day. And you got Pharrell, you got Eminem, you got Slick Rick that he brought out. Was that everything? I'm going blank. I think that was everything. So automatically people comparing. I don't have the need to compare because I didn't go to multiple days, and I'm cool with what I went to regardless. My man AB, he was there Friday and Saturday that we went to. And he was trying to compare the days. I told him, I said, man, if I was in your shoes, Beyonce's a megastar. I would gladly change seeing Eminem come out on stage with Jay-Z for Beyonce coming out on stage with Jay-Z. That's just me. And then as far as him coming out with Nas, me personally, I could also trade away that too for my day 2, because I've seen Nas and Jay, to me, in one of their best moments on stage together, which was after the takeover and Ether beef subsided, and they did their interview together with Sway. And I think it was Jay's concert. And then back at the stage, Nas comes out of the floor and everybody, oh my God, they on the stage. Now we know the beef is over. That I was there for that concert. You know what I'm saying? And I was also there from the beginning at Summer Jam when Jay-Z put Prodigy on the screen, rest in peace. And when he debuted the Takeover verse and said, "Ask Nas, he ain't fucking well Hove," and the whole crowd went crazy. And he also brought Michael Jackson. That was my only time seeing Michael Jackson in the flesh. When he brought Michael Jackson out on stage, I was there for that too. So I was like, it sucks not to have a chance to see Nas and Jay on stage together. But I don't need to, based on all the shit I've already seen. But to see Renegade live was a hip hop moment for me. It was like my first time seeing Triumph live during the Wu concert. What was that, earlier this year? Seeing Triumph live, or seeing going to the Super Bowl and watching Kendrick do Not Like Us on the halftime show live. Like, oh my God. Seeing there's just certain moments. And we're sitting there, and I forget what song he's on. I turn to one of my boys. I'm just like, yo, it'd be crazy if M comes out. I think there's a high chance M's going to come out. And I said, because behind They Don't Know, Renegade is probably number 2 on the album from a hip hop standpoint, not from a commercially successful standpoint. Even Girls might be more successful than, on the charts than fucking Renegade, for all I know. But from a hip hop standpoint, it's normally those 2, They Don't Know and Renegade from the Blueprint album. And I say, yo, if M comes out, so then he gets to Renegade, and Jay's doing his verse. And you can hear it in the audio on my gram. You can hear me say it. It's hilarious for me to replay it. And I put my camera up. I say, just in case. You're working these shoes. You lose your since I'm in a position to talk to these kids and they listen, I ain't a politician, but I can't get with them. I'm in this issue. They call me a menace, and if the shoe fits, I wear it. And if it don't, then y'all swallow the truth and the bear. Now, who's the owner of these ludicrous, lucrative lyrics? Oh, nigga F came out on stage to give me Renegade live. Fire. I'll take that 100%. So that was a dope moment. The show was dope, man. Jay did his thing. It's the GOAT. It's the real GOAT to me. You know what I mean? He took over the weekend. He sold out Yankee Stadium in there. It was a zoo. It was incredible. And outside of the show, for me personally, it was just dope to be in that atmosphere, man. I love big concerts and big moments in hip hop. It was dope to be in that atmosphere. On the battle rap side of things, being at that show, New York is the mecca of hip hop. New York is the mecca of battle rap. And I'm Rare Breed Entertainment. So I got a chance to shake a lot of hands, take pictures, do videos with people. That was dope. The love and you go to Yankee Stadium for a Jay-Z concert in New York, you're gonna meet a lot of battle rap people. You know what I'm saying? So the love was dope, man. I even people that don't even know I'm retired somehow. It's just like, yo, when's the next one? I'm like, what? Yo, my nigga, I'm retired. You know what I'm saying? So nah, it was definitely love, man. It was a lot of love out there. It's just a great environment, man. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, beautiful. New York really, really stood up. But what do you expect, man? I caught me some merch. That little Yankee whatever store in the front. I went and stood on the line before Slick Rick and Jay-Z took the stage. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I got. I remember. And I'm gonna tell you how they hit you over the head. Something crazy as far as what it costs. I got the hoodie on the front that says All Offense, and it's got like the Jay-Z symbol on the back. Okay, it's a hoodie. You expect it at a concert to be expensive. I bought a t-shirt for my boy that was with me online because he was like, yo, just grab that for me real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it to you later. Please. Do a t-shirt in there. I bought two hats, two snapbacks. One that was pinstripe that got the Rockefeller logo, and another one that was all navy blue. That got some Rockefeller shit on it, I think. 2 hats, t-shirt, hoodie, and I bought the pinstripe jersey. All right, the Rockefeller, the white and blue pinstripe shit. The Yankee looking shit that got the Rockefeller symbol on it. And I think it got 3-0 on the back to represent 30 for the blueprint or whatever, or for Reasonable Doubt, whatever, one of them. Almost $800 they rang up to. I was like, what the fuck? Damn. It was the jersey mostly. The jersey's like $400. Jersey like $400. But then it made sense when I was walking away and I was looking at it. I was just like, yo, did they get me? It's a Michelin S. You know, I was just like, it's no different if I walk into a fucking jersey store right now and buy like a Jordan Michelin S or some shit like that. It's gonna cost a couple dollars. You know what I mean? Whose memory really hits? Do y'all remember when I was choosing what to wear at a Blood, Sweat, and Tears event, and I was going back and forth with Jay-Z and Queensville jumped in because when I was going, Jay-Z with Jay Black. And when I was on my video with Jay Black, I brought out the Jordan jersey, Michelin S. And I was like, should I wear this throwback Jordan shit? And then when I was done, I threw it on camera and Queensville did a video. He was like, I know that jersey ain't real because I know what those cost. Nobody would throw a jersey like that. I'm just ringing thoughts about it. Y'all remember that? When I'm shit, they get pricey. So they caught me for like 8. Just imagine what he cleaned up with in merch. Like a lot of people in there were wearing the Jay-Z 25, Jay-Z 30, Blueprint, whatever merch. Rockefeller, a lot of people, the hat, the plain hat. He's probably made, I don't even want to try to guess over those 3 days. His merch is off. If I just spent a quick like $800 on accident, and you know, a hat is like $70 after tax or some shit. Just one hat. You know, so boys cleaning up. Shout out to everybody that made it out to the concert, man. Had a good, clean, safe time in the world of hip hop, man. It's a beautiful thing. So, all right. We're about 50 minutes in. I'm out of here. Fun video with y'all. Let me go get to my day. Happy Monday, everybody. We're going to get back to the Sorry It's True podcast side with some updates and news that we missed. We're going to catch up there real quick. I got y'all. Stay subscribed on both channels. We'll be back.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learned Tetris.
One of the toughest characters ever to bulldog his way
Welcome
into
to the
your
house
heart.
of. And shout out to the members.
Without Martin, still got a gun.